about, but it's going to apply to Arjuna's situation. It's not going to be about heaven and hell necessarily, or spiritual immortality. It's going to be about whether you should fight the war again. And Arjuna, we can see what's coming. Arjuna should do his duty. Arjuna is a warrior. He should war well. He should do his, whatever task he's been assigned, he should do that well. But not for a reward, not for glory or something like that. Work done for reward is lower than work done in the yoga of wisdom. Seek salvation, the wisdom of reason. How poor those who work for a reward. In this wisdom, a man goes beyond what is well done, what is not well done. Go therefore to wisdom. Yoga is wisdom in work. Okay, you will get wisdom. I guess the Sankhya is looking for wisdom. You will get wisdom, but only by not seeking it through as a reward for what you're looking for. And the discipline itself will provide the wisdom you're looking for. So the work that you do is the discipline. Seers in union with wisdom forsake the rewards of their work, and free from bonds of birth, they go to the abode of salvation. Well, this now is doctrine again. It's a bit difficult in English to follow. But I think here wisdom is Brahman. Seers in union with Brahman, I think that's probably what's being said there. Free from the bonds of birth, go to the salvation. When the mind leaves behind its dark forest of delusion, thou shalt go beyond the scriptures of times past and present. Now, if you know Plato again, if you study Plato, Plato has a famous image, the cave image. And he says humans are really like people living in a dark cave. And I always think of it like a dark movie theater. And they see shadows on the wall of the cave. They're chained inside there, and they see shadows on the wall of the cave. But that's their reality. That's the world that they're living in. They don't really understand what is going on except through these shadows, and they're stuck in this dark cave. I think of it in the modern world, people in a cinema, and they're watching all these images on the screen, you know. And he says the philosopher is the person who goes out and stands in the light of the sun. And that's famous Platonic cave allegory. So the philosopher is the one who is in the light of the sun and sees true wisdom and gets philosophy in Greek means love, wisdom. Philo, sophos is wisdom, philo is love. So you're loving wisdom. The philosopher is a lover of wisdom. So the lover of wisdom goes out and sees the sun where all the other people are chained in darkness. That's a little like what the Bhagavad Gita is saying. So this line 52 is just about the same as what Plato is talking about in more detail in his cave image. That when the mind leaves the dark forest of delusion, then you see what the people have been seeing from outside of shadows being thrown on the wall from movement outside in the daylight. The philosopher goes out and actually sees what these things are in themselves. So he's the only one who achieves this enlightenment, as it were. All the others are stuck in the cave. And that's the image of all these mystic approaches to reality, to the situation they're trying to describe. Okay. Arjuna asks the usual Carlos Castaneda Dumbo question. What are his words? What is sadhana? What is his work? You know, this is Carlos Castaneda talking to whatever the other guy's name was. Don Juan, right. Okay, Krishna goes on. When a man surrenders all his desires that come to the heart, by grace of God finds the joy. So here goes the Platonic defeating of appetites. Christian, Neoplatonic, Hindu. When you surrender your desires, so you see, if you don't have desires, Buddhism also says, you're not going to suffer. Because your suffering comes in desiring something and not getting it. So if you curb your desires, you ain't going to suffer anymore. And that gives rise to all this. So a lot of these things are directed at curbing your desire, your ambition, your things that you want to get a hold of or whatever, because it's the fact that you're denied them that makes you unhappy. It's a convenient way of approaching the world. It does work, it helps. He whose mind is untroubled by sorrow, and he has no longings, fear, anger, he has an unwavering mind. Again, what they're looking for, along with all these other things, is evenness of mind. That you're not deflected to the right or the left. That things, your daily ups and downs,